Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Hey, my name's Nicholas, and at 18 years old, I moved out of my home state of Missouri, where my family owns several companies and businesses, and I went into the collision field, got my associate's degree in collision technology, and really hit the ground running, built a life for myself here in Michigan, and about a year and a half ago, bought my first house. Put $25,000 down on a $125,000 loan.
Whoa, at 16?
No, I am currently 25, but when I left Missouri, I was 17. But,
okay, I got you.
So I, moved out to Michigan and started my life. I was, like I said, my family owns several companies in Missouri, and I always kind of felt not really under their thumb, but just kind of in their shadow a little bit. So I moved out to like I said, Michigan, started my life in my own industry, the collision industry, and I met a young woman there. We've been together for 6 years. It's the only relationship I've ever been in. Like I said, about a year ago, I bought my first home, and about 6 months ago, I was listening to Dave's TikTok, and he said on there that not many people can become, successful or be millionaires while dragging somebody else with them, and that really got me into thinking. She's never worked. She's never gave into our, checking account. She's never really done anything to help us financially. She's really only been a homemaker. And about 2 weeks ago, I rented my house out, told her that she needed to leave, and I'm planning on moving back to Missouri. And I would just want to know if Dave thinks that is the right choice or not.
Well, it sounds like it's too late, regardless.
Well, yeah, I'm just kind of struggling with my decision right now.
So you kicked her out because she wasn't working. You said she just wanted to be a homemaker, and you guys were never even engaged?
Yeah.
And you're upset that she wasn't adding to your checking account? I'm confused by your decision to even combine your life with this person before marrying them.
Well, for a long time I was too, but like I said, this has been my only relationship, and I really wanted it to be my last, if that makes any sense. And I don't really know. Like, I'm a pretty financially, I feel like, stable person. I drive a 2012 Mini Cooper. It's paid for. I bought a house well under what I could afford. I make about $90,000 a year. But if you split that in between two people, it's a little over $40,000 each. And I just can't.
Do you guys have kids?
You guys weren't married. You're playing house.
You're right. Yeah, I agree.
And hold on a second. Hold on. This is the gal you said you wanted to be your only relationship, and you kicked her to the curb because she wasn't really bought in? And does that mean she was anti what we teach, or she just wasn't engaged? There's a big difference.
Well, very anti, I would say. Like,
was she racking up debt?
Exactly. Brand new car, wanted to just continuously.
But you had to sign the dotted line on all of those loans.
Yeah,
she didn't have an income.
Right.
So I want to make sure that you understand you are fully responsible.
I know. Yes, sir. So we've been working for the last, probably 3 weeks on getting everything split. Her parents are actually going to be taking over her car loan, and we're getting all of our bills separated off of my checking account and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm really struggling because for the last 6 years, it's been me trying to get her, just, get an income, go just work. If you bring anything into the table, that's enough. I can't do it all by myself.
Hey, Nicholas, the more troubling issue is not the income, but just that she is in complete opposition to the way you want to handle money. And so for that reason, I'm fine with this breakup. I think it's the right move. But I just don't think it's as much about her being a homemaker and not wanting to work. The issue is that she's really opposed to being on the same page with you and got you to do things that aren't right.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think
it's a good move, but now you're regretting it because you miss her.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, exactly.
I think you broke up with her for the right reasons. George?
Yeah, I feel like I'm choosing my finances over her.
Well, I do think you have been aggressively focused on building this career and very focused on finances and income, which is good, but you've almost got a flat tire. And my worry is if you continue down this path, you'll be great at saving money and you will be miserable and you won't have any healthy relationships. Your spiritual life's going to be in shambles. And I think for a young guy, I love your drive and your hunger, but you can't let that be your entire life. And my thing is, if you guys had a kid, would you be okay with her not working and being at home taking care of the kid?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be okay with her being on the other side of the page on debt and everything else. That would be potentially destructive for your marriage. George, do I hear? I think he should have broken up with her.
I'm not saying it wasn't the right move. I think your regret comes from the fact that you poured in a lot into this relationship. 6 years is a large majority of your life when you're 25 years old.
And
it's
you waited too late. My concern is you waited too late. You co-signed for all this stuff. You hope she plays ball. You hope she goes along with all of this.
Yeah, you guys combined your life before you were even aligned in life.
Yeah, that's
and
dangerous.
that to me is the big problem here, and that falls on both of you. And so I think the regret will pass. You'll meet someone new, but you got to get Nicholas healthy first, so that the next relationship doesn't end the same way, where you go, what are you bringing to the table financially? That's the wrong way to look at a marriage.
I agree.
Okay. Well,
So
thank you.
I'm sorry you regret it. I wouldn't blame Dave. I would blame your lack of getting alignment on vision and values and goals before you structured your life together.
Yes. Do you have advice of how to better do it with my next one, I guess?
Yeah.
Or how to move on, I guess?
Yeah, before you get in a serious relationship, you talk about money.
Okay.
You say, what are your values around debt?
I think
what
this
are your
is
life
probably
goals?
a third date conversation. I really do. I think it's early on. I'm going to say third date. You know, it doesn't mean you're talking about combining finances and getting freaking the girl out.
You don't need to ask about income and all that.
but just talk about how do you view money? How do you view debt?
How'd you grow up with money? What were your parents like?
Yeah, you need to find somebody who has got shared values on this issue. Money is as big a cause of marital strife as anything, George.
Yeah. What's the big ones? Money, politics,
Money
religion?
and kids.
And kids. That's the big one, too.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay
then-
as you get further along in a dating relationship to start talking about things
Not
pretty
further
openly.
along. I'm sticking with third date.
All
Third
right,
or fourth
third
date.
it is.
Would you? What do you say?
Yeah, I'd say a few months into the
A
relationship.
few months.
Yeah. You got to get to know
That's a
someone
lot
first.
of time and money invested to find out that you're not alike. There's a lady in the lobby that's going my third date.
She's saying third date.
Why waste each other's time? What are we doing?
Wow.
What are we doing?
So
Come on.
the other part of my question is, like I said, I rented my house out now. I'm in a really good loan place on it. I owe $100,000 on it. It's worth about $170,000, and I'm thinking about moving home back and being around my family. Do you think that that's a good decision?
I don't know why you'd move backwards unless you're financially destitute and needed to. You've already started your life of independence. You've got a good financial spot. I don't see any need to move home. You don't need that landing pad right now. You're going to be okay.
Nor do you want to be a long distance land.
Yeah, I would sell it if you do plan on moving home and restarting.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.
Let's go to Los Angeles, California, the city of angels. Teresa is on the line. Teresa, how can we help?
Hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Teresa. What are you doing?
So I used your principles, and I went from having no job to having a job serving. And in the 4 months that I did, my work environment was so toxic, I put in my notice. So my general manager finds out and says, don't go. Let's put you somewhere else. Let's find a place for you. You're a great worker. Don't go.
Okay.
So he puts me in the office of the restaurant instead, so I'm on the back end of things. So I'm really happy and excited, and my first day was a few weeks ago, and I work with my direct supervisor, and she's very unhappy with me. She's upset and said I was a red flag because I quit and I couldn't hack it, and what do I need to do and in this time frame, it's been a few weeks now, I'm not really doing much. She already won't mentor me and won't train me to help really and assist her, and I know I could do it, but she doesn't like me, I guess, and said I was a red flag, and I want to know how I can get her, not to, I guess, like me, but I guess trust me, or
Okay.
I don't know.
All right,
I don't
so
know.
here's what I need to know. You were placed in this position by somebody that if I'm understanding the situation properly, outranks her, correct?
Yes.
Who is that person? Is that the general manager, the overall,
Yes.
explain to me that relationship.
Yes, he's the general manager, and she's like 1 or 2 down from him.
All right. And so he put you there because he didn't want you to leave the company. He really values you, correct?
Correct.
Does he know about how you're being treated?
No, I don't want to say. I almost talked to him, but I don't want to do that again because I feel like I need to earn my street cred with her.
Not true. She's not
Really?
giving. Yeah, let me tell you why. She's not giving you the opportunity to earn anything. From day one, it sounds like to me, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like to me from day one, she looked at you as somebody she had to deal with, and that's why she was calling you the red flag because you quit your other position. You can't hack it. She just doesn't like you for a variety of reasons, but it's all on her side. If she's treating you that way from day one, it's not like you did anything wrong. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. There was always something we get along, but I always felt there was a wall up with me. I don't know. I mean, she's a lot younger than me too, so I don't know. Yeah, yes.
Is she newer?
No, she's been there 8 years.
Does she see you as a threat?
Yes.
Maybe,
Yes.
because I did say, look, I don't want your job. I just want to help. I want to do this. And when I did say that, it got better.
Well, you know what's interesting? You said I'm a little confused. I need you to clarify this. You said you get along with her, but it didn't sound like,
do.
well, that's not what I heard in the first 2 minutes.
I get along with anyone.
If
I
someone
try
gets
to.
along
I
with me,
try
it means they like me and I like them.
Yeah, but in this case,
no.
Teresa gets along with anybody. So meaning you managed to make it livable.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
You
it's
all don't
not
get along.
Terrible.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's awkward silences, I guess, which I hate. But yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. You called me and you said, Ken, George, what do I do? All right?
Correct.
And I'm going to tell you. You either be a big girl and go talk to this general manager who values you and puts you in this situation to win, and you go, here's what's going on. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to gripe. You put me here. You talked me into staying. She's not even using me, and it was from day one. There's something there, and I need you to help me navigate it, or this just isn't a fit. You have nothing to lose. You were already on your way out the door once. What are you worried about? You either do that, or you just go ahead and say, you know what? This isn't the place for me. Because absent of leadership, this gal's not going to change. That's what I know.
Okay.
You agree or disagree?
Okay.
What's your gut?
No, well, she is leaving for a promotion in 7 months. So that's why I thought, if I just stick it out and maybe towards the end she would see that I stayed.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Well,
So here's the deal. No, I'm glad. I'm not
Okay.
having fun with you. Here's the deal. Can you stick it out? Can you put up with this relationship? Let's call it what it is. It's
Yes.
a work relationship. Can you put up with it the way it is right now and you basically sitting around twiddling your thumbs, not because of you, but because of her? Can you put up with that for 7 more months?
yes.
All right, then. What do you want to do?
I want to prove myself and I want to move up. I want to move up in the company. I'm excited and so proud of myself that I went from just in 4 months. So I'm this momentum I have, I want to show that I could do it, that I could be a
Okay.
great assistant and help.
And I appreciate that. But you are
Okay.
telling me that she's not allowing you to assist or help. That's what you told me.
Yes, I was hoping you'd say, do this, and then this will...
Well, but we don't do that. We don't just tell you in a situation. Now, George can tell you what to do with the baby steps and money, but in a situation like this, I can tell you what I would do, and I already told you that. I would sit down with the GM and go, "This is unsustainable."
Okay.
That's what I would do. I would talk with the GM and say, "Well, you know what? I take that back. George knows this about me. First thing I'd do, I'd sit down with this girl and go, "What's going on?"
To have an honest conversation.
Have an honest conversation that doesn't put her on the defensive. It just says, look, here's what I'm feeling.
Do you feel comfortable to have that conversation with her and say, hey, listen, I enjoy working with you. We're a team. I want us to both win. And I feel like there's this weird tension. Am I wrong? And just see what she says.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do. I feel comfortable enough to do that. Absolutely.
Well, start with her.
Okay.
If she can't have that conversation, then you go, all right, well, hey,
I'm going up.
Let's go meet with our general manager. I just want to sort this out so we can be productive so that we can get the job done.
And if you don't want to do those two things, you can stick it out. I don't think it's going to be great for your mental and emotional wellness, to be completely honest with you, but I also think you could do it. I think you can bite the stick for 7 months. She clears out. I don't know if that's going to open up the opportunity for you to step into her role or not. But again, you do what your heart's telling you to do here. And, I admire your willingness to stick it out for 7 months. I don't know that I'd do that, but if I felt like that was the best opportunity, you can guarantee I would do that, George.
Yeah.
Sarah's with us in Savannah, Georgia. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm calling because I have a year and a half left in school. I've set out for the last year due to financial reasons, of course. I have $29,000 in student loan debt, and I'm just trying to figure out, is it worth going back to school to take out more debt to complete the degree or just work on tackling the debt? And also, I'm currently engaged, and we're trying to do like a cruise wedding. So I'm just trying to figure out which is best.
Wow. And so what do you make?
I make $28,600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a year. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yearly.
and be nice, yeah. And what does he make?
$26,000 yearly.
Okay. And what are you planning on spending on your wedding?
Well, if we do the cruise destination, it's looking at about $5,000.
Okay. And do you have $5,000?
Right now, no.
Okay. When is the wedding?
We were looking at towards November of this year.
Okay. So can you save $5,000 between the two of you by then?
Yes, we started budgeting this year.
Good.
And we figure by the time April comes, we should have at least the $5,000.
Okay, good. That's a good plan. All right, so we're going to pay cash for the wedding. Your whole wedding expense is $5,000.
Yes.
Okay, it's an inexpensive way to do it. That's good. And kind of a cool thing. I like it. When you are married, your household income will be about $55,000 a year.
Correct.
Okay. You have $29,000 in debt. Do you have any other debt?
I just bought a car.
You just bought a car.
Yes. Because I didn't have my $1,000 saved for my emergency fund, and my 2010 Ford Fusion needed some repairs, like CV axles, brakes, minor things, but they still add up.
Mm-hmm. So how expensive a car did you buy?
$20,000. It's a 2014 Ford Fusion.
You're kidding me. You spent $20,000 on a car.
Yeah.
And you're broke.
Yes.
Sell the car.
Okay.
That was stupid.
Okay.
Tell me you know that was stupid.
I felt the brunt of it after, like 3 days later, when the gentleman was like, well, you have 30 days to bring it back. And I'm like, I just feel like that's a terrible.
Are you within the 30 days?
I brought the vehicle. No, I think my 30 days might have just ended last week.
Yeah. Call them and beg them. To let the 30 days count and let you take it back. And you go get you $1,000 car.
Okay.
You
knew that I have,
honey. You don't even start talking.
Okay.
Not after doing that. I'm giving you a hard time. You have to know that was dumb. You make $28,000 a year. You signed up for a $20,000 car debt, and you are already $29,000 in debt on your student loans and broke.
Yeah.
That you have to hear that, okay? I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you got to break this thing out of your brain, or you're going to constantly, as a couple, be wandering back into this mess, and I'm not going to be able to help you because you're going to continually go back to the slaughter. I mean, you just walked out right in front of a gun and said, "Shoot me." I mean, I don't want you to live your life like that, honey. So here's what I'm going to do. I want the two of you as my wedding gift to go through Financial Peace University.
Okay.
That's our 9-week series. I want you to get that car taken back. Call them today. And I want you to get you a little beater car of some kind to get by until you get some of this mess cleaned up. Now, what were you studying in school?
Healthcare administration.
Healthcare administration. Okay. And what do you do for a living now?
I'm an assistant manager at the DMV.
Okay. So you're not in the healthcare field?
No.
Do you want to be in the healthcare field?
I do.
Okay. Can you study that at night and finish it and pay cash as you go? Maybe after the wedding.
Yes, but some of the classes do require me to be in the actual school.
Mm-hmm. Well, do they offer them at night?
Yes, but with my work schedule, I don't generally get off in time to take those classes.
Okay, you might have to rearrange your work schedule in order to finish your degree. But I don't know that you necessarily have to do completely all school or all work. My point is, maybe we can finish up school while we're working, while we're married, and while we're paying off the debt. But pay cash for the school as you go. And you pay cash for it, whatever you're going to do. Don't add debt. Pay cash for whatever you do as you go. Work your way down through it that way. And pay cash for cars as we go. Pay cash for the wedding. You already got that one on the run. Good for you. That was a good decision. And we're going to pay cash for the crew's wedding. And but let's take as many classes as we can. And then if we have to talk to the B&B and say, guys, I got to dial back a little bit because I'm this close to finishing. And for one semester here, I need to be able to take off on Tuesday nights. You know?
Okay.
They'll work with you. Or if they won't, find a different job. So,
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. But I wouldn't just quit my job to go back to school full time.
No.
Okay.
Just more so for more income.
Okay.
I'm looking for something else.
Yeah, I think you can make more with your degree, and I think it's a good degree to finish, and healthcare is a good field to be in, particularly healthcare administration with as much upheaval and chaos as there is in that world. Someone that goes in there with a cool head in the middle of all this mess can probably, do some good for some companies and with a little bit of academic, under your belt. So you're right on track. But the glaring thing in this discussion is this poor car. And please talk them into you and your fiance go over there and go, hey, we just got engaged. And you guys, please, even if we have to write you a check, count this in the 30 days. Even if we give you $1,000 just to say thank you, give them a tip, to pay the salesman or something, right? But be able to take the thing back because it's just insanity. The numbers on that just take my breath away how bad they are. And I want you to because with no car debt and the wedding is saved up and paid for and we're paying cash for college as we go along and then we can begin to knock out the $29,000 as well. See, you're going to be in a really good place in a very short period of time. But when you drop a $20,000 stupid car loan in the middle of it, it just blows the thing up. It makes it very hard to pull off. So really, really, really bad decision there on that one. But you can recover from it. Let's get out of it. Let's do something to get out of that deal. Please work very hard to get out of it. And don't use them saying no and smiling as an excuse. You've got to work your way away from that. It's just really, really bad. So, and hold on, Kelly will pick up. I'm going to put you through Financial Peace University as my wedding present to the two of you. I want the two of you to go through the class together, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll start to come together for you. And you see how avoiding debt causes you to be in a position to be outrageously generous and to build wealth. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help today?
Well, I'm looking for some advice on how to invest $120,000 in cash.
Whoa.
I retired in 2010 from my first job. Been working a second job full-time now. And over the years, I've saved a lot of money. And I've got about 3 different bank accounts with money in, so I'm financially good there. But I have $120,000 in 10 cans buried in the backyard that ain't making me no money.
Wow.
So I thought I would try to find out what I can do.
We finally found the guy with the tin cans of money in the backyard.
Wow.
Let's start with your address. Where exactly can we find? Let's go on a treasure hunt. Jim's like, he's like, my name's not Jim and I don't live in Austin. Fooled you.
Well, if I told you, I'd have to shoot you.
Oh man.
I believe you, Jim. I'm not going near Jim's property. So you've done a great job saving. Do you have any debt?
I have no debt whatsoever. In 2010, I paid everything off, and I work some for the municipality that I work for now, and I do a lot of security jobs on the side, and I have been able to really, really save a lot of money. The wife is retired, and I should be retired. I'm at 67 years old. But
Do you just like working?
I do like working. I don't like sitting at home. When I retired in 2010, I stayed retired 6 months. Didn't like it, so I got a job.
Good for you. That's awesome.
So
okay. How much money do you
everything's
have?
paid for.
Do you have anything invested, or is this all just sitting in checking accounts and savings accounts?
Well, I have 2 bank accounts, 2 different banks, and then I have a credit union with some money into the too. So those 3 accounts is only making whatever the interest rate is for the banks.
Oh, that
credit
stinks.
union. So it's not.
What's the total of all that money that's in the banks?
About $125,000.
Okay, so you got 125 in banks and then 120,000 in cash, and you're wanting
Yes, sir.
to invest this.
And I wanted to invest at least the $120,000 in cash because I know it's not making me any money.
Well, even
Now-
the money that's sitting in those banks, you could do way better in a high yield savings account. You could be making 3 or 4% on that instead of 0 to 0.5%.
Okay, well, that's what the advice I need and how to do that and what to do to get to that point. Now, I would tell you, I have a CD for the wife in one of the accounts for $6,000, so there's another $6,000 there. And
Okay.
then I do invest in the 457 program. I'm not sure if you're aware of that,
Mm-hmm.
how that works through the county.
Is that like a deferred
what about-
compensation?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I have about 15,000 in that. So
Do you have
Still
any
have considerable-
retirement options through your current employer?
yes.
What are those options?
Well, I'm drawing an annuity from my first job, a considerable amount of money. I'm drawing Social Security because I'm at 66 in 2 months. I'm drawing full Social Security there.
How
do you
much?
do you have a
And-
401k or anything through work?
No.
Okay.
It's the 2-to-1 match through the county. I was a TMRS before when I retired from the other one. Now it's a Texas Municipal County retirement.
Okay.
Both of them are good retirements.
So do you need the income created from these investments, or are you living off of the annuity and Social Security plus your current income?
That's what I'm living off of. I don't really use this other money for anything other than just sitting there.
Okay.
Even in the bank accounts, just let it sit there.
So I would leave enough
do.
to have a fully funded emergency fund in that high yield savings account, and it sounds like you'd be more comfortable having more money in there. Are you going to plan on making any big purchases in the next few years?
No.
Okay, you
Not
got a paid
planning
for
on it.
house?
Yes, sir.
Great. So the first focus you want to look into is tax advantaged accounts, meaning things that have some kind of tax implication that can help you avoid paying Uncle Sam his due.
Right.
And so that would be things like a 401k or anything Roth. So a Roth IRA. What's your household income?
It's just me right now, so it's let's see, 30, 60, probably around 90 to 100,000 a year.
Okay. Yeah, you've
And then
got
tomorrow-
options to make this
Thinking
work a
about
whole lot more for you than these bank accounts. And so
Yeah,
beyond
tomorrow, the wife starts on her Social Security, so we'll have her income coming
woo, payday.
in. Yes.
Well, you guys have done really well. I mean, I know it hurts to look back and go, man, over the 12 years this money's been sitting here, it could have grown at, 8 to 10 to 12%, and instead it just, couldn't beat inflation.
Well, I
But
could kick myself for letting it sit there, but if
let's
I'm
look to
ever
the
gonna
future.
retire and be comfortable, I need some advice and some help to get some kind of investments in it.
yeah. Well, I would for sure, you need to connect with an investing professional who can walk you through all of your options and dig into all the details. And we've got some that we vet all over the country. We have some in the Austin, Texas area that can help you. If you just jump on to RamseySolutions.com and click on Ramsey Recommends, you can connect with a SmartVestor Pro. And they'll walk you through, hey, Jim, here's all of your options that we could do with this money. They're not going to force you to do anything. You still call the shots. They're just going to educate you on what you could do and where to invest that money to help it grow. They're probably going to recommend things like mutual funds. These are groups of hundreds and thousands of stocks that can help your money grow with way less risk than just a single stock in one company.
Okay.
That's an example. There's index funds that you could also invest in, which are just tracking, like the S&P 500, tracking the top 500 publicly traded companies and their growth. We're kind of all banking. That's what the economy is really based on when we look at the stock market, is that S&P 500. So there's a lot of options, and you still got time. How old are you?
I'm 67.
So, I mean, Jim, we still got, 30 years ahead of us here to invest this money and let it grow.
Hope so. Yes, sir.
You got
That's
kids?
what I'm looking for. Yes, but they're all married and grown, and I've got 3 grandkids and 1 on the way.
I love that. Well, I'm a Bible believer, man, and it says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And so that's a great goal for you to have.
Well, I do have for the 3 that I already have, I do have bank accounts for them set up at the credit union.
Love it. Man, well, you're off to a great start. You've got some homework to do, Jim, which is let's research a good high-yield savings account. There's a ton out there. You can look into Marcus by Goldman Sachs or Ally. We don't have any affiliation with them. You just want to make sure they're FDIC insured, which means your money's covered just like it would be with that credit union, and those for sure are. And then connect with that SmartVestor Pro and get investing. Don't just leave this sitting in a checking account. Breaks my heart to hear you got 6 figures that have been sitting out there for over a decade, man, but you've done really well, and being debt-free really helps the situation, Jade. We love to hear that. So thanks for the call, Jim.
Hey, Teray, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
Well, thank you guys for taking my call to start. So basically, I purchased a home, my first home, back in October, and I am now experiencing buyer's remorse. It's just been a lot of, if it's nothing, it's something. Everything's broken. Everything needs to be fixed. Everything needs to be replaced. And so I guess my question is, if I did not make the best decision, how do I make the best decision moving forward in rectifying, controlling, and maintaining my financial responsibilities to build and so forth?
So is this a fixer-upper that you bought? Like, are these shocking repairs, or do you know some of this going in?
No, it's a house that was built in '83, and a lot of the renovations that were done were poorly done.
Okay. And this buyer's remorse, is this coming from the mortgage payment being too big, or is it all these repairs that you don't have the cash to do? Where's that coming from?
Both. I feel like I'm paying too much on my mortgage for all of the repairs that I'm ending up having to take care of now that I've moved in.
So how much is your house payment?
Right now I'm paying $1,865
Okay. And what's your take-home pay a month?
a month, $74.
Okay. Your house payment's not too high. Okay. So that's not a problem. You're just not used to paying a house payment yet. Okay. But it's in the zone of it's less than a fourth of your take-home pay, so you're fine. What do you do for a living, Teray?
I recruit for oil and gas.
Good for you. Okay. Well, what I think is going to happen is that you're probably going to get the other side of the bulk of these repairs. I don't know what exactly you've had to fix or do. What are some examples of the 3 biggest, most worrisome things and the cost of them that you had to fool with?
One of the things I have not started working on, but it is something that is being told that I need to start planning, is the roof. As well, the majority of the appliances that look to be new are having to be replaced. Insulation is completely poor. I have to have someone to come in and look at that. So those right now are just a few of the things that I'm trying to work on.
Okay. Who told you that the roof had to be replaced?
At the time when I first moved in, I did use my VA home loan. So the inspector that the VA sent out, he was very particular about the roof, and that was the major concern when it came to, finalizing the purchase.
It wasn't a concern enough that the VA appraiser required a roof.
Right.
If it was bad, VA would have required a roof, or they wouldn't have put the loan on it. Okay, so now who told you it needs a roof? Is it leaking?
We had a a technician come out during Christmas because the AC was a problem, and he told me that it was leaking around somewhere in the attic, which was causing mold or some sort. And he was just like, it's not major, but it is something that I wanted to look into. I'm very, I'm an overthinker. This, like I said, this is my first home. I'm new to all of this. So I'm panicking right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to stay on top of everything.
Yeah. So you're self-admitting that you're catastrophizing. Okay. The guy went up there.
So.
The guy went up there and he said, "There's a leak and a little bit of mold. You need to get that looked at." And you went, "I got to get a whole roof." Right?
Possibly so, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I heard. I might be wrong. And I do that too. That's how I can recognize it. So we all have a drama queen that lives inside of us, every one of us. And part of making good decisions, you ask how to make good decisions, is to tell the drama queen to shut up. And that, that's part of it. You got to look at yourself and go, you're really, come on. So yeah, you probably do need to get that roof looked at, but it might be a few $100s instead of $10,000 to put on an entire roof. It might need a little bit of shingle replacement there, or there might be a leak around one of the vents, and they put a new boot on it and caulk it up, and you're just fine. So a good handyman getting up there and fixing that one area and, shooting some stuff, killing the mold in that one little area so it doesn't get worse, and you don't go up there later and the whole attic has grown full or something like that. So, yeah, address it, but don't overthink it. And then... all of the appliances look new but need to be replaced. Are they not working?
Absolutely not.
What's not working? Your dishwasher doesn't work.
No dishwasher, stove, refrigerator, nothing.
None of them work?
No.
Did the inspector catch any of this?
No.
Did you have a home inspection?
Yes, I had 2 home inspections, and I had a gas leak that was so extreme I couldn't stay in my house for 2 days, and I didn't know. How I asked, "How did y'all miss this?"
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your home inspector is an idiot. Okay. Yeah, obviously, right? I mean, you miss a gas leak and appliances that don't work. That's a basic thing. You go through and turn on all the appliances. It's basic home inspection stuff. Okay, so. The great news is you make good money. Your house payment's not out of control. You probably don't need an entire roof. You do need a new dishwasher. Have you asked appliance repair people to come and just repair the existing ones, or are you just planning to replace them completely?
I was trying to see if I had some type of ability through my homeowner's insurance, if that could be rectified with them.
No.
It's not.
No.
So I'm going to have to pay.
Homeowner's insurance doesn't cover your dishwasher not working. So just have a guy come out and either look at it and fix it or replace it. It's a few $100. I mean, they're not $10,000.
Do you have any other debt, Teray?
Outside of a little credit card debt and a few thousand owed on my car, no, that's it.
Okay. And when it comes, you said we. Do you have a spouse involved here?
Did I say we? I do apologize.
Okay. It's just you?
You're single. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
here's what I want you to do. What's happening is all of these things are up flying around, and just about the time you wake up in the morning or about the time you're about to doze off at night, they're overwhelming. Instead, what I want you to do is just write down a list of what needs to be repaired and what you're going to do about it. Okay. So, dishwasher. I'm going to call a repairman. And if it can't be repaired cheaply, I'm going to replace it. Refrigerator. I'm going to call a repairman. If it can't be repaired cheaply, I'm going to replace it. Roof. I'm going to have a handyman type come out, not a roofer trying to sell me a roof, that just looks at it, finds the one little leak, fixes the one little leak, and sprays some stuff and kills the mold. Okay? And you develop a list with an action plan. And the weird thing is, if you'll write it down literally on a yellow pad, a little repair to-do list, then you're going to look at it and it's going to suck the drama out of your brain. And it's going to drop right there on that page because you're going to go, oh, this is doable. Because when it all comes at you at once, it's overwhelming, creates anxiety. When you break it down into bite-sized pieces, one task at a time, one broken thing at a time, you can work through an entire remodel doing that, and you don't have an entire remodel.
We're just exchanging the boogeyman for the repairman.
Yeah.
That's the switch here.
This is your first experience being a homeowner where you don't call the landlord and say your stuff's broke. Instead, you've got to take care of it when it breaks.
It's one of the reasons we say get out of debt, have an emergency fund before you become a homeowner, because all this stuff would have been an inconvenience at that point.
And, you make enough money to get through this, and no, you don't need to sell your house, and really you don't even need to have buyer's remorse. I mean, there's a couple of weird things that are here, the inspector missing this stuff, but nothing here says this house is a lemon, that you're the biggest screw up in life because you bought it, you're a horrible person. I didn't hear any of that in this discussion. You got a couple of things broken, fix them.
Joys of home ownership.
And your payment's reasonable. Fix your dishwasher, enjoy the house. It's that kind of stuff. Just kind of put the drama out of it, put it down on the page, break it down into bite-sized pieces. Martin is with us in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hey, Martin, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I have a charge-off loan that was charged off, I believe, in August 27th. Or no, I'm sorry. It was charged off actually not too long ago. It's a loan for $8,000, and I have a backstory with it, but I just want to know what are the steps to tackling this loan, considering it's only been about 6 to 8 months that I have not paid.
Mm-hmm. What kind of loan?
It's just a personal loan at the time. Before I was interested in investing and saving, I got a loan when I had a job to purchase a dream car I wanted.
Okay, so you owe $8,000 to who?
It's an online lender called Lightstream.
Okay. All right, I'm with you now. All right. George?
So why weren't you able to pay the loan?
I got injured back in January 22nd of last year. I was a UPS driver. I fell out of the back of a truck and hit my back. My work did not work with me, and so I eventually got a lawyer to fight against UPS. We finally settled after a year. I just got the settlement check about a week ago, and I'm holding on to it for certain reasons, and this is one of them.
Okay. How much is the check?
We settled for $15,600.
All right. And have you worked at all since?
No, sir. I've been injured, stuck at home.
Okay. So have you had any income, any disability, anything like that?
No, sir.
What are you going to do for your career going forward?
Right now, I'm going back to school. I'm going for my associates for business, and hopefully going farther than that. As soon as I'm done with that, I have about 5 classes left for that.
Are you living with your parents?
I live with Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm living with my mother. She's been taking care of me since then. God bless her.
Wow. How are you paying for the school?
She offered to pay for 1 class for it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I registered for 2, and luckily my school gave me a $500 grant. So the bill came out to $100.
Good. Okay. Very good.
Do you have any other debt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just before this call, I spoke to Nusenda, my banking, and I have 2 credit cards that are maxed out because I was paying for stuff after I was injured. So those are maxed out at $2,500
each, or total?
Total for both credit cards.
Got
one's $1,000 and one's $1,500.
Okay.
I tried working with them. My mom tried working with them, seeing if they could lower it if she was willing to pay it off. Unfortunately, the only thing they can do is lower the interest rate and the minimum payment.
Are you current with them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why. Yeah. All right.
And that's all the debt?
The plan, yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Are you up and around where you're able to do something to create an income while you're in school?
Right now, after a year, my back is starting to get better. I've noticed some improvements. I still want to go with the doctors because in my settlement, I received a $20,000 medical. I guess just for medical.
I'm not
bills,
suggesting that you don't finish your medical care. I'm suggesting you go create an income. Are you able to do that?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, you're up walking around, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you can go do something. You're not going to load trucks again. You're not going to be in a position
No,
to do
sir.
that. You've got a back injury. I didn't suggest that. I don't want you to go lifting heavy trays as a waiter. You're not going to be able to do that right now, okay? You may someday, but right now you can't. But you could go do something that did not require physical labor, and there's lots of those things available right now.
Yes, sir.
And you need to create some income. It'll be good for your attitude and your pocketbook.
And with the settlement check, I mean, we can clean up this debt today. Was there anything else you wanted to do with it other than I want you to cash flow the rest of your school for sure?
Yes, sir. I was just, my mother and I had a plan.
Yeah.
She wanted to try to settle the debts and try to lower them, considering if we were to pay everything off without trying to lower it, it would only come out to around $5,000, maybe a little bit less than that. So, and I'm not sure how much interest rate or fees or anything like that.
Here's what I would do. I'd write a check today and pay off your credit cards and get some scissors out and cut them up.
Okay.
Where you never use them again. Okay. The second thing I'd do is I'd call this company that you got the $8,000 with and you haven't paid since August and ask them what they will take as settlement in full.
Okay.
And they will probably take $5,000 or $4,000 or something. They're probably going to make you an offer. And if they make you an offer that's less than $8,000, take it and write them a check. Get it in writing from them before you send them money, that they're agreeing to accept X number of dollars as settlement in full. That's the phrase you're looking for, settlement in full.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a difference between pay and delete?
Pay and delete?
Yes, sir. For it's a chart. I just looked a bunch of YouTube videos and saw that
pay and delete doesn't mean anything. That doesn't even exist.
Yes, sir. Okay.
They pay and delete means if you pay the loan off, they're going to delete the loan. Duh. Okay.
Yep.
Of course they're going to do that. But no, you need the legal phrase is settlement in full. You are making a settlement and they're accepting it as payment in full.
Yes, sir.
So it's settlement in full, and you need that in an email or something in writing, and you keep a hard copy of it with a copy of the check that you wrote or the wire transfer that you did or whatever it was in a file for the rest of your life, because this may come up again.
Yes, sir.
It may come up again. It may come back and bite you later, and you'll have to have proof that you settled this and got rid of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend too much more time and energy trying to fight all this stuff. You took out the debt, pay it off, and move on with your life, man. You got a bright life ahead of you, bright future, and that's what we want for you.
Yeah, but if you've got no debt hanging over you and you still got a little money in your pocket, which would be the case here, and you're in school and you're starting to create an income, now your future is brightening back up again. That's what I'm trying to put together, a total life picture here for where you're going. But you need to go create some income starting this week, sir. Tony is with us in Baltimore. Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm stressed, Dave.
Uh-oh. How can I help?
All right, so here's the deal. My mother-in-law is the co-signer on my wife's student loan and her car loan. And we're trying to follow baby step 2. My wife and I did FPU, and we both work at 2 jobs. I'm driving Lyft, even though I have a salary. But anytime we don't pay on the student loan, my mother-in-law pays on it, and we catch the backlash because she doesn't tell my father-in-law.
Why wouldn't you pay on the student loan if you're out there working your butt off working baby step 2?
Well, it's a little bit further down. I've got a bunch of medical debt and a bunch of stuff from my first marriage. If we're going by numerical value,
no, I didn't tell people to not pay other bills and the debt snowball.
Well, it's below the line right now. After we pay rent,
you don't have the money to pay all your bills. You're not in baby step 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You're in baby step 0.5.
Yeah.
You got to get current on everybody first. So what's your household income?
It fluctuates, I'd say, between 80 and 90.
Okay. And how much is the student loan debt?
$80,000.
Good Lord. And how much is owed on her car?
$6. I'm actually paying $200 a week on that to get it paid off faster.
Good. That's going to free up some room. Wait a minute. You're paying extra on it?
Well, I'm paying $200 a week.
Is that the normal payment?
No.
So you're paying extra on it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, not paying the student loan on time.
Yes.
Wrong. So
Gotcha.
first rule is let's get current with everyone before we pay extra on anything.
Okay.
And I don't blame you for wanting to get her out of your ear, and I'm trying to help you do that.
Okay.
Okay. So you have $6,000 and $80,000, and what other debt? And you got medical bills. How many medical bills?
I lost count. I didn't have health insurance when I was younger.
Oh Lord. And what's is a bunch of that in default?
Yeah.
Have you got a bunch of it on payments, or are you just paying it as you can?
I'm paying it as I can.
Okay. How much total is that?
Obviously, my wife figured all of that out. I don't have it sitting in front of me.
Well, give me a guess. 20 or 200?
I'd say about 20. It's a lot of little stuff.
Gotcha. A lot of little ankle biters. Okay. What other debts?
I owe $7,000 on a car that was repossessed when I was younger.
Are you paying anything on that?
Not right now.
Good. Okay. Don't. Right now. Okay. The medical bills that do not have any payments on them that you haven't worked out a deal with, don't pay anything on them. Set them to the side. Set the repo to the side for now. What other debts have you got?
We owe about $6,000 on my car.
Okay. So $6,000 each on 2 cars, and you're making 80.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Did you say your household income was 80?
Yeah, give or take. I mean,
all right.
With my wife's a server.
Okay. And how much is your rent?
$11.50.
Okay. You guys need to do a written budget, and you need to personally get involved and see the numbers in the budget so you know what they are and can answer these questions when you and I talk again.
Gotcha.
Okay. You need to get more involved because she's carrying all the weight of this by herself, and she's having to cringe every time the phone rings and the ID says her mom's number.
Yeah.
So you guys make enough to pay minimum payments. If you don't pay anything on the medical bills except what you've already agreed to do, and you don't pay anything on the repo right now, and you pay the student loan minimum and you pay the car payment minimums, you make enough to do that and eat and still have money left over to start working your debt snowball.
Gotcha.
So get current, stay current. Then let's save $1,000. Baby step 1.
I got that.
Okay. You got more?
We capped it at 1,000, and we kind of refill it. I'm in the middle of a custody battle.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other money in any kind of investments?
No.
Okay. All right. Good. So let's pay minimum payments on everything. Walk through a bunch of those ankle biters. Any of the medical bills that you promised to pay, knock them out. The ones that you're not paying anything on, set them over on the side, like I said. Okay. Then let's clean up. Let's clean up the medical bills you're paying payments on, the 2 car payments first. Then you stay current on the student loans. Then we'll go and do settlements with those old medical bills and that old repo. You can settle that old repo for about $1,500 if you negotiate it. Be sure you get any settlements in writing, and be sure you do not allow them to have electronic access to your checking account. So there you go. Get after it, dude. Hold on, I'm going to send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. William is with us in Hartford, Connecticut. Hi, William. How are you?
Good, Dave. It's a real privilege to talk to you. I'm a new listener.
Well, I'm honored to have you, sir. How can I help?
Have a problem that's embarrassing. I have a gambling addiction. I haven't filed taxes in 5 years. About 5 years ago, I had $200,000 in gambling winnings, and after that I haven't filed anything, and I know of course I've waited I have to do something.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what I see on obviously the advertisements on TV. I know I need representation, Optima and companies like that. And
what is your do you still have a career?
I'm retired.
Okay. And do you have any money?
You mean my pension?
Do you have any money? Anything?
I've got about almost 10,000 in my savings account.
Okay, but you don't have a nest egg other than your pension.
No.
Okay, and do you own a home?
Yes, about 13,000 remaining on the mortgage.
What is it worth?
30. About 300,000.
Okay, and how much is your pension income?
95,000 a year.
That's good. Okay, are you married?
No.
Okay, all right. Have you done something about the gambling addiction itself? Have you quit gambling?
I have not.
Okay, all right. So whatever we do is going to be a temporary fix because that's going to further cause problems. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what would I do if I woke up in your shoes? And that's how I answer questions on this show. And you're a new listener, so you probably have even heard me say that because I say it all the time. And so here's what I do know. I've done financial coaching for 30 years. And so we have worked with a lot of people that have a lot of different kinds of addictions. What kind of gambling are you doing?
Slots.
Slots? Really? Okay.
Slot.
Yeah, I'm just,
Yes,
okay.
slot machines.
I got you. All right. You lonely?
Yeah, I've been single for quite a while.
Yeah. How old are you?
61.
Okay. All right. Okay, what I do know from having worked with people that are addicted to anything, gambling is the second fastest growing addiction in America today. The fastest growing is pornography. And what I do know is that 100% of addicts, as you have discovered, eventually have financial problems. Because the addiction consumes every department of your life, including your financials. And that's fairly logical. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And you've experienced that, obviously.
Yes, I have.
So, I can help you with the money parts of it, but it is, as I told you, it's a temporary fix until you deal with this, because it's not really bringing you joy. And you mentioned, being embarrassed, and I hope you don't hear me talking down to you. I'm not. I'm just walking with you in this, brother. Okay.
No, I fully expected to be reprimanded.
I'm not. I'm not reprimanding.
I'm actually surprised you're not more stern with me, actually, and I appreciate that.
You're embarrassed already, and you took a pretty courageous thing to get on the phone with me here. So I'm not going to take advantage of that. I want to help you is what I want to do. So
Thank you.
What I would tell you to do is let's take some steps to deal with the addiction side of it. And so, we're about the same age. I'm 56. And so if you were my buddy and we were sitting down over a cup of coffee talking about this is what I would tell him to do, okay? I would get in touch with the Gamblers Anonymous folks in your area, and I would find a good church in the area and start developing a personal relationship with a pastor of a church that can walk with you and guide you. And you probably need to find a one-on-one counselor as well to help dig into this and see what's really going on so that you can get the other side of this. Because it's not, your life is not better because of it. And that's why you called me, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And there's not even anything sexy about slots. I mean, other kinds of gambling, at least there's some kind of a thrill, but slots are just boring as crud. It's not even got the edge to it that some of the other stuff has. So, that tells me where you are in your emotions with this. And again, I'm not a coach. I'm not a counselor in this area. I've just worked with a whole lot of people that are right where you are over the last 3 decades. And I see the pain in their eyes. And slots usually tells me that it's a different thing. You're probably being stimulated by the noise and the crowd around you as much as the gambling. That's why I asked if you were lonely.
Yeah, I agree with that, and yes, I certainly am lonely.
It's kind of like going out to eat, not because you want to go to a restaurant, but just because you don't want to eat by yourself.
Right, and I should clarify the slots that I play are the high dollar.
Yeah. Well, then that does activate the adrenaline rush then of the fear of loss, which is what you do get addicted to. So, okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, let's take the normal steps that someone would take that was facing an addiction, and get some spiritual people around you in your life, get some people that have got some success dealing with this kind of thing, and that's Gamblers Anonymous GA, and you can find them immediately. Now, here's the problem you've got. If you don't go deal with the other part of it, you're going to have real problems, scary problems, because failure to pay your income taxes is not a crime. Failure to file is a criminal act. And so you got a real problem. You need to go to them, meaning the IRS, with some professional representation before they come to you. And if you're getting a big payout at a major casino, they're reporting on you. So the IRS knows you're there, and they know your winnings because it's reported, as you know. You're having to fill out the paperwork if you're now nickel dime slots, but they're not. But the big stuff, they're making you fill out paperwork, and so the IRS has got a paper trail on you, and you don't want them to come find you in this situation. So jump on DaveRamsey.com and click on ELP for Endorsed Local Provider for taxes, and see who's doing our tax prep work in your area. And if they don't do tax work of this type, they will have a reference for you that you can trust that's not just some goob on cable TV, okay?
Okay.
All right, and so what they can do is you can take some shots at this and fill out the paperwork. Even if you don't have the money, you can go back a certain number of years and get the filings done, and you'll avoid the criminal prosecution. You'll have the financial issue, whatever it is, but you'll avoid the criminal prosecution if you go ahead and take action on this. So you've got to take action on that, and it's going to come up again. You're going to have a problem if you don't take action on the other stuff we talked about. Agreed?
Yes, agreed.
So, William, I want you to get healing, okay, brother?
Thank you so much, Dave. I know I need it.
Yeah, and you call me back if I can help you. I'll be happy to walk with you. We'll be praying for you. So, thanks for calling. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I recently found out that my boyfriend of a decade is in $80,000 of secret credit card debt. I knew he had $40,000 in student loans that he was slowly paying off. And he recently asked me to co-sign on a $100,000 HELOC on his home that he owns. My name is not on it, but I do live there. I've only lived there about the last 2 years.
Oh, my God.
So that he can pay off that credit card debt because he has maxed out every card and is pretty much at the end of his rope.
How'd you find out about this?
He hit the end of the rope.
Oh, man.
What is his addiction?
Cars. He runs his own classic car restoration shop, and I thought he was making more money than he was.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he wasn't. He was leveraging most of it on credit cards. He is excellent at what he does, but he is not good at the business side of things. He sees a car he wants, he gets it. He cycles through like 3 or 4 sports cars a year.
Interesting.
Yeah, he sees a build, he buys it, he builds it, he gets bored with it, he sells it, repeat.
So you definitely told him you're not co-signing the $100,000 HELOC, right?
Because if he takes one of those sports cars and wraps around a telephone pole, I'm stuck with his debt for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
For context, I did not live with him for the majority of our relationship. I was on baby step 6. I got in a nearly fatal car accident, and my health insurance sued me personally to take back the $500,000 they spent on me.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my car, my house, my job, my life savings. The only thing I was left with was my kids' college savings because they legally could not touch that. And I moved in with him. He took care of me after the accident. It took me like 2 years to learn to walk.
Oh my gosh.
Get out of a wheelchair, come out of a walker, and get a job again. We lived on my life savings. That's where they all went. And then the health insurance took everything else. So I did consider the HELOC for a second because I felt like I owed him, but I cannot. I am debt free.
Yeah. Yes. No. Let me affirm that in you. You don't. If someone takes care of you, it's out of the goodness of their heart, and it's an act of generosity. And I am a firm believer that if somebody does something out of an act of generosity, they're not looking to be paid back. And it's, even if they were, this is not apples to apples. Okay. I'm sure that if something happened to him,
we don't enable financial misbehavior because of that.
That being said, I'm trying to say this delicately. I don't know if there is a way to put it delicately.
You don't have to be delicate.
Okay. What's it matter to you? You're not married. You've kept your financial life separated. He does this. You do this. You know, he has his house. So what's it to you?
I lived in his house. I've lived in his house for the last 2 years because the health insurance company sued me and took mine.
Right.
I was 47 and a half away from paying off my own house.
Gotcha.
Are you working full time now?
There.
Meet Every Dollar Budgeters Christy and Steve. Their life is chaotic, but their money is simple because they budget with Every Dollar.
Budgeting with the spreadsheet took a ton of time.
But now with Every Dollar, I can do a budget in 5 minutes.
And tracking purchases is just as simple.
It's so freeing to know exactly where your money is going.
It just takes that stress out of the day-to-day life.
You got this, Hannigan family. Every Dollar. Create your free account today.
Are you working full time now?
There. I am working full time, but my earning capacity is greatly reduced because I had spinal injuries. I have a TBI, and I cannot work at the same capacity that I used to.
So what do you make?
I went from working. I make about $35,000 a year, dropping from the $70,000 I used to make.
Okay.
Right. But again, he has $80,000 in debt. Are you worried that he's going to lose his house?
No,
and if he loses his house, you lose your house?
So he has 80 just in credit card debt, 40 in student loans.
Got you.
Are you sure this is all of the debt?
Yes. We sat down and I made him show me. We pulled everything. We pulled a credit report. I said, I have to see everything because I'm currently paying all of our bills.
Why are you paying the bills?
Because he has nothing to pay them with. That was the end of the rope.
Okay. So here, okay. Again, I asked the question. How can I put this? There's no real lines around this relationship. So it's very hard for me to say, here's how you get involved financially in someone that you're not married to, and A, has really lied for the course of a decade. And the hard part is you're feeling like this person took care of me. There's two really emotional lines here that are hard for you. They took care of you when you needed it, and you're kind of, if this goes south, you kind of feel like you're up a creek without a paddle because this is where you're living.
Oh, I'm completely up a creek without a paddle because I don't have any family members that I can rely on. I don't have any friends anymore. A lot of them, unfortunately, turned out to be fair weather friends, and that came out during my accident.
I'm sorry, but
and I do not.
I'm sorry, but
I do not make the minimum to get a house where I currently live.
But you can't. So if this is a dysfunctional relationship, you can't allow yourself to stay in a dysfunctional relationship for the financial benefit. And now that there's not one, right? I would rather you.
There's definitely not one.
You feel like you're against a corner, and I can see that, and I can hear that. But I want to encourage you to look and say there might be other windows that allow you to get out of this.
If you made more money, would you leave this relationship today?
Knowing what I did about hiding $80,000 in debt, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, then why don't we go rent somewhere, find a roommate or two if we have to, and get to some stable ground where you're not attached to this anchor that's going to continually drag you down because you're paying his bills and you're broke.
Yeah, you can't afford that.
Yeah.
So you're not really gaining as much as you think. I'd rather you go pay $1,000 in rent and have 2 or 3 roommates.
The mortgage is $1,100.
Yeah,
so I've currently been doing that, looking around, trying to find somewhere that's affordable. Most places, I have an excellent credit score. I have an 18 credit score, so that's not the issue.
So you could go rent anywhere right now.
Then the
problem is the 3 times the monthly rent and the average rent in my area is $2,500 a month.
Okay, but George is also saying, is there a way that we can get a roommate situation?
Yeah, I've been looking.
Okay, keep the hunt up
it's a lot of hunting. Yeah,
There's Facebook groups. There's all kinds of resources. There's a bunch of great gals out there who would love a great roommate like Allie, who can pay her fair share and more. And I think that's your situation. Get out of this, not staying in it because of desperation. He's made it clear. I mean, it's been a decade of this. He hasn't committed to you.
Yeah.
There's been no ring, no engagement, just secret
lies.
debt. And so I don't know that the ship's going to turn around magically in the next year. It sounds like he has chosen his obsession over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about your work situation again.
So I was an emergency room nurse. I worked like 70 hours a week.
But what you're doing now,
and I now work doing maintenance surveying for my county.
Okay. And your health is what's keeping you from doing more hours?
I work full-time, 40 hours a week. It's the physical aspect of it.
So then let's hook you up. Let's hook you up with some other prospects. We're going to make sure you have proximity principle. We're going to have you find the work you're wired to do, because I think there's probably other jobs out there that are less physical that you can make more money doing for 40 hours a week. And so maybe getting you
Are there
fit.
more administrative roles in a medical setting that you could do?
I looked at it, but because of the TBI, sometimes I have issues with short-term memory. I have to write everything down. I have vertigo attacks, so sometimes anything with a lot of
But you're working 40 hours a week now, which means there are things that you can do for 40 hours a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to do something that maybe is not as taxing on you physically, but still gets you the hours and still gets you the money. We'll hook you up with the things that you need.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life. Laura is in Maui, Hawaii. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, guys. I'm so grateful for you guys. I wish I discovered you sooner.
Well, we're glad you're here. How can we help?
I don't know where to start. I'm a new stay-at-home mom. My husband and I have 3 little kids, one on the way, one of them with special needs. And I made a lot of stupid choices through my 20s, and now we're about $200,000 in debt, with most of it coming from my student loans.
Wow.
We have super high living expenses that are like 60% of our income. And I just feel like we can't ever get ahead because we're always just trying to make ends meet. And I know that we live in an expensive place housing-wise, but I don't really want to move because my daughter can get services here. And, I want my husband to bring in more income, either by going back to school or getting a new degree or taking on another high-paying job. But I also feel like I need his help at home because our kids are still young. And I just feel so stuck. And I want him to pick up his income, but I also I just don't know if that's the answer or where to start.
Yeah. I'm sorry, kid. You got a lot on you. A house full of little kids is enough. One of them special needs adds a double dose, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot going on. How old are you?
31 now.
Okay. And the kids are what ages?
3 to 9 months.
That alone just spells cray-cray.
It's so intense.
You don't even need debt to be overwhelmed. You've got it right there. I don't blame you a bit. I don't blame you. This is just a hard time for y'all, okay? That's a lot of work. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of drama in the air, and then pile $200K of debt on top of it, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So there's not a magic switch we can throw that makes this go away, okay, in terms of the debt. As you have already figured out and alluded to, there's going to be some trade-offs. Something's going to give if you want this debt to go away, and you're gonna pay a price of some kind for this debt to go away. I don't know what that price is, but you've already figured out that that's your only way, right? It's not going to magically disappear. So, and it's not bankruptable. So it is an income versus outgo formula. You've already alluded to that. You know that. So it's income up, outgo down, student loan goes away. Now, what's going to give? You guys get to make these choices. You're grown-ups. But you can't sit there and expect Puff the Magic Dragon to show up. He's not coming.
Mm-hmm.
So hubby's not going to be around to help you, and you're going to be a little bit even crazier in an already overwhelmed situation with 3 littles, and one of them was special. And it's going to be hard, and because he's working all the time, because we got to clean the student loan debt up so we can have a future. Or we move and we find some other way to get services for the little. Or both. But you see what I'm saying? Something's going to give. Something's going to leave a mark. Something's going to be ouchy. Right now, the ouchy is the student loan. But if you want it to move away, you're going to trade it for another ouchy.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So embrace the suck.
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to suck. You just got to figure out which one. And what I like about this is you get to choose your suck. I mean, if we had a time machine, we'd send you back and not do this, okay? But, hey, if none of us ever made mistakes, I'd never have a radio show. So there you go, right? So, I mean, this is how this works. So you're okay. You're just a human being that's screwed up. Welcome to the race. We all do this, right? I got a PhD in DUMB, kiddo. I've done stupid stuff, make sure stuff looks smart. So, I mean, I get it, but you can't, it's not going to, we can't just go, I wish, no. So something's going to suck. What is it? And you and your husband sit down and put the kiddos to bed, get them all asleep at one time, which is a minor miracle in itself. And we're going to we're not going to watch Tiger King on Netflix. We're going to talk about this crap, and we're going to go, okay, what is it in our life that for the next 3 years is going to suck and be really hard so that this sucky student loan goes away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you named everything you needed to do. You just didn't want to do it, and I'm coaching you up here.
Yeah, let this be your line in the sand moment. I mean, it's hard as a mom of little babies too. It is a hard season, but this is just going to be a season. This isn't going to last forever, both with the kids being tiny and it being hard, and also with paying off this debt.
Yeah, it's not 10 years from now, it will not be the same.
Yeah.
It won't be. I mean, kids are easier to raise when they're older. If you let them live that long, they get better.
I wish I thought about a family in my 20s or younger so that I wouldn't have made all the stupid decisions I made in college.
Well, me too. I wished I hadn't borrowed $3 million when I was 26 and gone broke when I was 28 when Sharon had a brand new baby at home and would have left, but we didn't have a car. She was so pissed at me she couldn't see. I wished I hadn't done all that, but I did do it, and then I had to embrace the suck to get rid of it.
So do you recommend we move states? Do you think that would help us?
I'm not sure. I recommend that the two of you look at it and say, what is it that's going to suck and we're going to choose?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're going to choose you're going to go back to school and take this job. You're going to work 60 hours a week, and I'm going to be like a single mom over here pulling my freaking hair out. We're going to move states. We're going to do all 3 of these things. But, or we're going to choose to sit in this student loan and look at it, and it sucks because we're going to just keep doing what we're doing right now. But at least choose. Don't feel like it's happening to you. You choose. And when you do that, you're going to make a good choice. And you're going to make one you're willing to embrace.
Laura, are you ready for that?
I'm scared, but I feel like not being able to make ends meet is a lot. So yeah. I'm ready.
I think you're ready. When people get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when they're ready to do anything. And it's in your voice. I can hear it. You're over it. Mm-hmm. You're done. You're like, something's got to give. Arrgh.
And all the fear and shame, let that go. Let that drive you forward. Like, don't live in that fear and that, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Like, that's done. Yeah. It's time to move forward.
Yeah, because we've all done it, kiddo. The rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield for a reason. It's called grace.